Welcome to Digital Marketing for Contractors, a podcast for home improvement contractors to help you crush your lead goals and take your business to the next level. Join us each episode as we give you powerful insights and practical tips on the best digital marketing strategies to help you grow your home improvement business. Let's get started.
Hello, and welcome back to another version of Digital Marketing for Contractors. This is our very first video version of the podcast, so we hope it goes well, and bear with us if we have a little bit of technical difficulty. I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go along. My name is Janet. I am the founder and managing partner of Fat Cat Strategies. We are a digital marketing agency located in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we specialize in working with contractors to help them promote themselves online, generate leads, and grow their business. Today, I'm super excited because we have our first ever guest on the Fat Cat podcast. Up until now, we've only talked to each other in Fat Cat. Today, we get to reach out to somebody else, and we're talking to Jenny McMorran from Renoworks. Jenny, thank you so much for joining us. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what Renoworks is?
Yeah, great. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be your first guest on the podcast.
Yeah.
This is the second podcast I've ever done. So I'm also, hopefully, I think the first one went well, but yeah, this should be good too. So I'm really excited to talk to everyone. So I am a channel partner manager at Renoworks. I've been at Renoworks for over 8 years now. So I've actually tried and kind of done a few different roles, but we focus on contractors and the building materials industry and creating visualization tools. So even though I've kind of moved around, I mean, the focus has always been the same. I've just been able to talk to different stakeholders and kind of within that industry. But I started before at Renoworks. I was studying international relations, as in politics, and then in university came across College Pro, which is a franchise, and they teach you how to run a business, and it just happened to be painting as the business. And so I really got into the world of entrepreneurship and construction and loved it. And then after that, when I started working at Renoworks, we're talking to contractors who are entrepreneurs and typically the ones really trying to grow and scale their business, and just really loved being in this space. And
so you've been in and around home improvement your entire career.
Pretty much.
You started in college, but that's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Remind everybody, what is Renoworks?
So Renoworks is a visualization company. You may have come across some of our visualizers and not even realized it. If you've gone to any big manufacturer websites, there's typically they've got some kind of a tool where you can upload a picture of your house and start experimenting with their products. So you can upload your photo and then see what new roofing products or new siding, windows, doors, paint colors, all of those things, what that would look like. And so we designed those visualizers for the manufacturers. And then we also have a visualizer that's specific for contractors. Contractors typically, they're selling all the competing manufacturers. So they might sell asphalt roofing and metal roofing and hardy board or vinyl. And they want to be able to just show all of those options to a homeowner. So Renoworks Pro, it allows them to use all those digital libraries. It keeps it within their own brand. So it's got their logo on it, keeps that experience where the homeowner is just working with them instead of going off to the manufacturer website and maybe being directed to another dealer of that manufacturer as well.
So if I were like a siding contractor, a lot of our clients are siding contractors. You're saying that as a siding contractor, I could work with Renoworks and you guys would give me a visualizer tool that I could use with homeowners, and then homeowners would be able to play with different colors and siding profiles, and it would look like it came from my siding business, not from Renoworks or not from Hardy or LP. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah,
That's pretty
it'll,
cool.
yeah. We make it customized with the products you sell. So if you have 3 primary manufacturer siding companies you work with, those will be the 3 that we put in your visualizer. And we work with over 350. So we've got,
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. So for
yeah,
example, if I was a siding contractor and I installed Hardy and I don't know, I'm just going to pull something out of the air, say Pella windows, then I could have a window catalog and Hardy product catalogs on the visualizer that has my company name, like Janet Siding Company. I don't have a siding company, but I would be able to go to homeowners and say, hey, look how cool this stuff will look on your house.
exactly. Yep.
And so is that, where is the visualizer? If I'm this pretend siding company, is that on my website or am I using it on my phone in the home on a sales call? How do I do that? How do I use it?
Both. The visualizer is easy to install on your website. So a lot of contractors will put it there, especially if they put time into the website and they've built out pages for that
Different
homeowner
product.
that is. Yeah, if they're in that early stages, they're going to a contractor's website and they're researching more about the siding that that contractor installs. And on that page, they can learn about it. And then they have a little link and it says visualize it on your own home now using our visualizer. The homeowner could, in that early stages of exploring, look at the products, start seeing it on their own home, and that contractor is going to get their contact information. So if the homeowner wants to try those products on their own home, they upload a photo of their home and they have to give their name and email address, and that goes right to the contractor.
So
So
it can be a little bit of like a lead generation play. Like I've already got its website. Now it's just one more little incentive for a homeowner who's visited my website to fill out a form because they can see some of these products on their home.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So if I were, let's just go with this pretend scenario that I own a siding company that also does windows and roofs. If one of my prospects, a local homeowner, fills out a form to use the visualizer, do they have to pay for it or am I paying for the software? And do I have to pay every time a homeowner asks to use it?
That's a good question. So the homeowner doesn't pay anything, and the contractor pays a subscription for the visualizer, but it's unlimited uploads. So
Unlimited.
how much traffic, if you've got 100 visitors to your website a month or 1,000 visitors a month, and 10 of them, 100 of them upload a photo to the visualizer, there's no change in that cost. So there
I
is,
think that makes you a little bit different from some competitors in the market.
yeah, we, in that sense, we're not charging extra for the usage. We do have a model for the sales side of things. So we also ask if they would use it on their phone. So
Right.
often they use it in the home as well. So they get, maybe the homeowner came to the website, they tried it on the website, and then they call to get an estimate. So that homeowner's already a little bit further along, or maybe
Right.
they got a lead from another source. But that sales rep goes to the home, and they, in that phase when they would typically be talking about like pulling out all the brochures and saying, these are
Right.
the
Right.
products I sell, here's the color list, pick what you like. In addition to that, they'll pull up the visualizer and say, okay, these are the colors, but here's how they come together on your home using my visualizer. So the sales side of things comes with 4 seats in that subscription. So if you had 4 salespeople, then they all got a seat. If you have more, then we just pay you. It's an additional licensing per seat.
And so let's say I've got these 4 sales reps. I'm assuming they have their own account. And then maybe as the sales manager, I could assign different homeowners who've requested the visualizer to different sales reps to follow up with. Is that kind of how you've seen it work? Excuse me.
Yeah, that's definitely a great way to go about it. So if it's on the website, we do integrate with their CRM. So that makes it easy. If the lead comes in, then they can assign it to a certain sales rep, and then that sales rep already knows that they're on the
That's
visualizer.
really cool. As a marketer, I mean, here's what I'm sitting here thinking. If I've got a client that is, we'll just stick with the same example. They are doing siding, windows, and roofing, and they've already got a CRM. And let's say they've got a couple thousand names in their CRM that somehow they either filled out a form years ago, or they met them at a home show, or who knows how they got the leads in there. If you had their email address or their phone number, you could blast out an email campaign or a text message saying, hey, are you still considering upgrading your siding? Check out this cool visualizer tool. And then you could drive a bunch of traffic back to that landing page with your visualizer. And if I'm understanding what you're telling me, if I've paid Renoworks subscription, it doesn't matter how many homeowners fill out that visualizer, because you're not charging me per. It's the subscription level. I think that would be a great rehash play.
Yeah,
With some
definitely.
of those old leads that are a little bit cold, I mean, it's a little bit unique and kind of could push the needle a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah, it gives you something else to say other than, hey, remember us?
Yeah. Or on the lead gen side, you could have your ad drive to a landing page with a visualizer. You could do like a cool video based ad on social media, and then drive to a landing page and tell somebody to fill out a form. And within a few minutes, they're visualizing their home. So is the homeowner going out and like taking a picture and then uploading it into the app? How does the homeowner get their home into the visualizer?
Yeah, that's right. So they would take a picture of their house and then upload it into the visualizer. So it does work on your phone if you were to just open the visualizer on your phone. So whether it's the homeowner or the sales rep, when they're at the house, you can just open it up. It'll go into a little camera icon. You can snap a photo, save it, and then you can open it up again when you get to a bigger screen. So you can change images on your phone, but I mean, it's really small and you're trying to help them visualize. So
Right.
get it on a tablet or a computer, it makes it a lot easier. And then you can open that up and just keep going. So you don't have to save that image and then try and find it again. But if they don't have that image, sometimes you'd be surprised if you just type in the address on Google. Sometimes that address already has images because of past realtor sites. They posted a photo of the house.
Oh, that's a good idea. So you could just snag an image off of Zillow or something and then start changing your windows or your roof, put a metal roof on it and see what it would look like.
Yeah,
So
and they've got great photos too. So you get a good one.
yeah. So when you are talking to the contractors who use Renoworks as part of their marketing and sales, what did they tell you are the benefits? How is it helping their business? How is Renoworks helping them either generate leads or close sales?
Yeah. So it's capturing more leads from their website. So you still need to drive the traffic to the website, and then whoever's there, you can capture more of those people before they just leave if they're not ready to call you. And then it helps a lot in the sales process. We hear all the time that it increases your close ratio by 30 to 60%.
30 to 60% of an
So
improvement in your closing ratio.
yeah.
So if your closing ratio right now for your sales reps was 30%, it could double it or more. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Or no, I might not be doing the math right. We might have to edit this. I'd have to figure out what a 30% increase is. All right, everybody, pretend that my math was right. Your closing ratio is going to be better. Don't check my math.
If it was double, that would be 100% increase.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty.
Let's just avoid math for the rest of this conversation. It's going to go up.
Yes.
So it will improve by 30 to 60% is what your data tells you. And you've been working with hundreds. How many manufacturers did you say were in the system? 300 plus?
Yeah, 350. And they have got homeowners and contractors going to their sites. So we got data on that. And so we have like millions of visitors to our visualizers across our platform every year. And then our contractor specific one, we've got more like personalized data from like testimonials and feedback and all that, because we're always in communication with our own customers on that side too.
What are the categories of manufacturers? I mean, I keep kind of leading the conversation towards exterior, like siding and windows, but what are the other products that someone can visualize with this?
Yeah, it's mostly exterior for contractors. That's if they do painting, you could upload a photo of an interior and apply paint. It works
Oh,
for that. So you could show new wall colors, new trim, or even the cabinets if you're painting those types of things. But the actual digital libraries are primarily exterior. So you've got like stone you could do inside too, I suppose. But stone, brick, siding, roofing, windows, doors, garage doors, shutters, paint. Those are
those are
covered.
the primary categories. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted everybody who's listening, like if they are owning and managing a contracting company, to know, like, if you're painting, if you're installing siding, windows, like Jenny said, garage doors, this is something that you could put into your sales workflow, that's going to help you close sales.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it helps get those homeowners that, like, we know, just like Hanley Wood's got a statistic on this. It's 80% of homeowners can't visualize products on their own home. And I mean, if you think of that, this is probably their largest investment, is their home. And they don't want to make a mistake and regret what they chose. And so they're uncertain about what they should choose. They're going to delay, procrastinate, um, push it off, or maybe they'll make the wrong choice. And then you buy the material, start installing it, and they really don't like it. And that
It's not the color they thought it was, or it's not the shape, that it doesn't look how they thought it was going to look. And now you're the contractor and you've got a warehouse full of materials that the homeowner is complaining about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
When I
no
was
good.
running my painting business, I had a customer, they had this like old wavy stucco house, like big wavy kind of stucco. We painted it, and they didn't spend a lot of time before really picking color. They just kind of picked one off my little swatches. And when we started painting it, and they're like, my house looks like cotton candy. It kind of made it look more pink than they thought, and they hated it. And so I ended up doing it at cost to do it a new color, just to make them happy.
Satisfy.
But then that delayed my production schedule, everything. It just
Yeah,
it's
so
awesome.
you identify with the contractors who don't want to eat costs, but especially in this day and age with reviews. I mean, your story about painting, if somebody felt like their house looked like pink cotton candy, I don't know when this happened, but in today's world, they would blow you up on reviews, even though they're the ones that picked the color.
Exactly.
So if you've got a visualizer as part of your sales process, you can show a homeowner what that's going to look like before they give you a deposit, before they sign the contract, and before you order the materials.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So if people are interested, tell everybody, tell me, if I'm a contractor, how do I go and sign up? And then is it like an annual agreement? Can I test it? What's the process? Should I schedule a call with a sales rep and look at a demo?
Yeah, so we have a easy to get to web page that we've done just for Fat Cat. Um, Anyone listening to this, or anyone that's actually working with Fat Cat right now, if you go to renoworkspro.com/fatcat, and no dashes or faces or anything, just Fat Cat,
Mhm.
you'll get to a page where you can either book a demo and see how it all works, talk to myself or Brittany on our team, and ask all your questions. We'll do a screen share. You can even provide a photo that we'll use if one of your customers' houses. And then if you want to just get started, we have a free 7-day trial. So you can sign up for the monthly subscription or the annual subscription and get that 7-day trial. And we'll work with you during that trial to upload a photo of one of your customers' homes, really make sure you know how to use it well and when you would use it. And so the annual subscription, and again, if you go to that link, so renoworkspro.com/fatcat, there's a discount to sign up for the annual subscription by going with, just because we're
Because of the podcast.
Fat Cat. So, and because we like you guys, you got $200 off. So
Cool.
it's typically about $199 a month on an annual subscription. So works out to $23.88, but you got $200 off of that. So just under
So
20.
for listeners of the podcast, if they're interested, they can go to Reno, RENO Works, WORKS/FatCat. Sign up.
Pro.
Renoworks Pro. I'm sorry, renoworkspro.com/fatcat. We'll put this in the show notes too. And if people are interested, it's about $199 a month if they sign up for the annual subscription, and that is an unlimited number of visualizers. So if we go back to my idea before, if you've got a database full of customers that you want to rehash, this is a really cost-effective and potentially really powerful way to rehash those folks. And it's a great way to drive new traffic to a really, what I'm imagining is going to be a high converting landing page. So you can capture new leads. So I feel like $199 a month is a pretty good bargain when we're talking about something like this. And if you go to renoworkspro.com/fatcat, you can sign up for a free trial and get $200 off. Did I get all that right?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. Is there anything else that we need to tell people about? It feels like they should just go and sign up, at least get the free trial.
Yeah, check it out. Rehash is a great way to use us, but we've got other companies using it in lots of marketing tactics. So to get new sales, it's trade show season right now. So if you've got a nice booth set up at a home show and you've got just a screen or a tablet, there's sample homes on your visualizer as well. So even if they don't have a picture of their own house and they just want to see ideas of what things could look like, that's a way to use a visualizer. We also hear of companies using it kind of in more of the traditional non-digital way. So they put it in a barcode on a flyer or a door knocker. And
that's a good idea. You could, if you've got a canvassing team and somebody's not home, or even if they are home, you could hand them a postcard or a flyer with a QR code and have the homeowner engage with you once your canvasser is left.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. QR code. That was not a barcode. QR code. Yeah, that is the one way.
So trade shows, rehash, new lead gen. I see it could be a landing page for PPC campaigns or social media campaigns. And you're saying it could be part of a direct mail or a canvassing tactic. Are there any other ways that you've seen it used in the whole sales and marketing journey?
Yeah, so definitely all the marketing things in the home with homeowners in that sales process. We also haven't touched on it yet, but there is a 3D aspect as well. We partnered with EagleView. So if you've ever used EagleView before, they're really well known for roofing measurements, but they also do siding and windows and door measurements as well. So if you get a full house report from EagleView, so you've got your own EagleView account, we connect with that account and you can convert it into a 3D model in the visualizer. So it got whether you're a 1-call close or 2-call close, if you're 1-call close, if you order that report before you show up, you've already got measurements. You can create a design with a 3D model, snap a photo of their house, show them the realistic with the photo, and get that quote on that first call a lot faster because you've already got the measurements already ordered.
Yeah, you've got everything you need, including a 3D visualization.
Exactly. Yeah. And we we hear from both. We've done surveys with homeowners, and they like the 2D because it shows their driveway, their shrubs, their, especially if they love their landscaping, like they
Right.
love seeing their own house. But the 3D model is also really nice to kind of twist the house around and see the back of it all in one place. And it's really efficient. You get the measurements and the 3D model in one go. You don't have to do anything, and you don't have to take any pictures. So in that situation with Eagle View, all you need is an address. You type in the address, and Eagle View pulls from the database from the aerial photography that they capture. They've got a fleet of airplanes, so they're capturing images from different angles, and then the satellite imagery, and they use that to generate their full house measurement reports. And we take that data to create a 3D model. So you don't have to
That is
go in
crazy.
photos.
It's cool and crazy to
Yeah.
think, like, as a homeowner, you may not be aware that this three-dimensional model of your current home already exists. And then you're thinking about, let's say, getting your house painted, and you go online and you fill out a form, and then suddenly you've got this fully realistic 3D rendering of your house with any color you want to put on it. That's really cool.
Yeah, and usually the sales reps, they use the 3D model and the measurements in that sales process. So they'll bring that in when they go to meet with the homeowner, or I mean, some we know are doing like Zoom calls. We're doing.
Right.
Everyone's heard of Zoom now. It's like the new Kleenex. It's just
Right.
you do
So
video
you could
calls.
be doing your full sales call with Eagle View data to get the takeoffs and the full estimate with products and materials that you need to order, and then use the Renoworks visualizer to help the homeowner pick all the final colors and trims and features of the products that you're installing. That is
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
Well, Jenny, I think I don't know where my clock is. I think we've been about 20, 25 minutes. We try to keep our podcast to about a half an hour. Is there anything else you want our listeners to know about Renoworks or how to sign up?
Yeah, definitely check it out now before it gets crazy busy season. You know, if you're looking at adopting something new in your systems, um, it can be more challenging to do it when you're busy getting crews on site and just in
Right.
production.
I mean,
So
the spring is right around the corner.
yeah.
Is there I mean, as we're talking about like people signing up and using this, if I were, say, a contracting company, I'm doing siding and windows and doors, how long is it going to take for this to be implemented into my system? Is it 30 days, or is it as soon as I sign up?
It's within 24 hours. You sign up for a trial within uh, one business day. We'll get you back your visualizer and
Wow.
you're up and running. And then it's really easy for marketing agency like Fat Cat. They can install it on your website. It's that part's not complicated. Creating all the other material, like you can just from there just get going and creating that landing page and getting all the other ways to use it. But to get the actual visualizer, you can be up and running to help that customer that you talked to today, help them tomorrow.
That is awesome. There was one more thing I wanted to circle back on. You mentioned that Renoworks connects with several different CRMs. Can you tell us some of the ones that you've seen that are more like the more popular, have a bigger install base in the home improvement industry? What are some of the ones that our listeners might recognize that you already integrate with?
Yeah, Market Sharp's the one that's very specific to the contracting industry. Um, then there's AccuLinks, Job Nimbus, Improve It 360, uh, HubSpot. That's probably bigger organizations, Salesforce, that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
those are they all integrate. So
Yeah, those are all the ones that we're in as a
have it.
marketing agency. We're logging into our clients' Market Sharp accounts and
Yeah.
AccuLinks accounts. Cool. Is there somewhere on the Renoworks website with a full list of all of the platforms that you integrate with?
Yes. All the digital manufacturers. We integrate with any CRM that you can find on the Zapier site.
Okay.
So that's really a place to go if you want to just double check. You can also just send us an email, rwprosales@renoworks.com, and any questions you have, just feel free to reach out to us. We can help answer that.
That email address was rwpro, like Renoworks Pro, at renoworkspro.com.
Pro sales.
RW Sales. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the story, and I lost the train of the plot for a second. So say that email address again.
rwprosales@renoworks.com.
rwprosales@renoworks.com is the email address to use to ask any questions about whether or not Renoworks integrates with your CRM or has some of the products that you rep and install as part of their database. Well, Jenny, thank you so much for talking to us. And we look forward to watching you be super successful, and hopefully some of our listeners will sign up for Renoworks.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks again for listening to another episode of Digital Marketing for Contractors. This is Janet with Fat Cat Strategies, and I hope you'll tune in again soon. Thanks.
Digital Marketing for Contractors is created by Fat Cat Strategies. For more information, visit fatcatstrategies.com.